Good morning. My name is Manoj Kumar and I am working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering as Ajay Kumar Garg, Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today we will discuss about the operators in C programming. This is the C programming topic, and this topic is basically for the VTech first year student, and the subject code is BCS 101 and subject name is programming for problem solving. Okay, so this will be the content of the presentation. At first we will discuss about the introductions of operator. After that we will discuss about the types of operator and different types of operator. First we will discuss about the arithmetic operator, then increment decrement operator, assignment operator, relational operator, logical operator, conditional operator, bitwise operator, and specials operator. So in each type of operator, at first we will discuss about their meaning, then their symbol, and how can we use them in C programming. Okay. So what is an operator? Operator is basically a symbol which tells the compiler to perform some specific mathematical, relational, logical, bitwise, or conditional functions. Operator basically is used for to perform some kind of computation in programming. If we have to perform some computation or mathematical calculation, then we have to use the operator. And basically C programming language has different built-in operators like plus, minus, division, multiplication, modulus operator. Different types of operators are there to perform different kind of function. And usually operator take part in program for manipulating data, variables, and to form part of the mathematical, conditional, and logical expression. C has many operators that almost perform all type of operation, and these operations are really useful and can be used to perform every operations. For different type of operations, there are different type of operator, and we will see them one by one. So at first we will see about the arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are basically used to perform mathematical operations, like if we have to perform the addition of two numbers. Addition, the numbers may be either of integer type, it means it may be the whole number, it may be the decimal number. Okay, so how can we perform the addition, how can we perform the subtraction, and basically which operator is used for multiplication and division on the numeric value. So for that purpose, different operators we have in C programming. At first plus, this operator plus, this symbol is known as the addition operator. And so if there are two variables a and b, suppose there are two integer type variable int a and the value is 5, and another there is an integer type variable b, value is 7. Now we have to perform the a plus b, addition of a and b. So for that, since a and b are the integer type, so the result will be also integer. So for to store the result, we have to declare another variable of integer type c, and c is equal to a plus b. So this will perform the addition. 5 plus 7, it means 12, and the value of c will be 12. Okay, so in the same way we will perform the subtraction. If we have to perform the subtraction, then we can use here this symbol, and then again the 5 minus 7, and result will be again minus 2. Okay. In the same way, this operator is basically used for the multiplication, and it is applied between the a and b, and this symbol is used for the division, to perform the division, and this is the modulus operator. Basically this operator is used to calculate the remainder. Suppose if we apply here a modulo 7, a modulus b, a modulus b, then it will give 5 modulus 7, it means remainder will be 5. Okay, so this is used to calculate the remainder operator. Again one thing that is not too important here is that this basically operator is performed between the variables. It means it is an infix form. Okay, now let us see the next. Second type of operators are the increment and decrement operator. C programming has basically two types of operator, increment operator and decrement operator. Increment operator basically are used to increase the value of a variable or increase the value, numeric value y1, and decrement operator is used to decrease the variable y1. Okay, so basically what is the use of increment and decrement operator? Increment and decrement operator basically used in looping, and they are also used in array. When we have to increase the value of our variable, integer type variable y1, then for that purpose we use increment operator, and when we have to decrease the value of our variable y1, then for that purpose we use the decrement operator. And these operators generally use during the looping in array. Inside the looping they can also use, inside the array they can also use. Okay, and increment and decrement operator can be written in two form. First one is this plus plus I. So this is known as the pre-increment. It means whenever this is our increment operator, so when we apply this operator before the variable, then that is known as the pre-increment, and when we apply this operator after the variable, then this is known as the post increment. In the same way, when we apply, this is known as the decrement operator, and when we apply the decrement operator before the variable or before the value, then that is known as the pre-decrement, and when we apply the decrement operator after the variable, then that is known as the post decrement. Let us see an example of it. Suppose this is a program for this to perform the implementation of increment, post increment and the pre-increment, or post decrement and the pre-decrement. Suppose we have taken four variables. A is of integer type and value is 10, and again B is of integer type, value is 100. C is a float type variable 10.5 and D is float type variable 100.5. Now we have to perform plus plus A. So what plus plus A? This is the pre-increment. So pre-increment operator at first increase the value of variable y1, then after increasing it will assign the new value. Okay, so when we perform plus plus A, then value will be our 11. In the next we are performing minus minus B. Minus minus B, it means pre-decrement. So it will first decrease the value of B by 1, and after that that will assign the new value. So value of V is 100. So when we perform the pre-increment, then it will be 99. Next is plus plus C. Here we are doing the pre-increment of C. So pre-increment of C, C is 10.5. So when we perform plus plus C, then it will give 11.5. Okay. In the same way, when we perform pre-decrement on D, then it will decrease the value of D by 1 and it will be 99.5. Okay. Let us see next. Third type of operators are the assignment operator. Assignment operator is basically used to assign a value to a variable. Actually, in case of C programming, there are two important things in context to variable. At first, we have to declare that there are two parts. First one is the declaration and second one is the initialization. Okay. So when we initialize a variable with a particular value, then to initialize the variable, we will use the assignment operator, or in simple word you can say that to assign a value to a particular variable, we have to use the assignment operator. So this operator is known as the assignment operator, and we can use this operator with arithmetic operators also. It means there are different type of form in which we can use this operator. So first here for example, let us see the simple assignment operator. What we are doing, A is equal to B. It means we are assigning the value of A to variable B. Okay. Next, this is the plus equal. So here plus equal, here minus equal, here multiply equal, here divide equal, here modulus equal. It means we can use this assignment operator with the other arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators are plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulus. So how can we use this? Plus equal means A plus equal B. It means this can also be written as A is equal to A plus B. In the same way, minus equal means A minus equal B, and it can be written as A is equal to A minus B. In the same way, multiply equal means A multiply equal B, and this can be written as A is equal to A multiply B. Again, divide equal means A divide equal B, and again this can be used can be written as A is equal to A divided B. Here modulus equal means A modulus equal B, and this can be written as A is equal to A modulus B. Okay, so this is the important representation. This is the long representation, or you can say that this is the full form representation for this. This is the short representation. It means A plus equal V can also be written as A is equal to A plus V. Okay, so this is an example, or to implement the assignment operator. Here what we are doing, we are initializing a variable A, integer type variable A, and the value of A is 5, and we are taking the second variable C, and C is equal to A. So in this step we are assigning the value of A to variable C. So to variable C, again we are printing the value of C here. So here value of C will print as 5. This will be print as 5. Now in this step what we are doing, C plus A, C plus equal A, it means we can written as C is equal to C plus A. So since the value of C here is 5, so 5 and value of A is also 5, so 5 plus 5 will be 10. So here when we print the value of C, then it will be 10. Okay, again in this step what we are doing, we are applying the C is equal to C multiply equal A. It means C is equal to C multiply A. Okay, C multiply A. So then C multiply A, C value is 5 and A's value is 5. So it will be 25. Okay. Now let us see the fourth, relational operator. Relational operator in C programming are basically used to check the relationship among two operands, or to check the relationship between two operands. It means suppose we have two value, now we have to check whether these value are equal, these value are greater than, these value are the less than, or less than equal, or greater than equal with each other. So to check such type of relationship between two variables or two numbers, we have to use the relational operator. If the condition is true, then it will return 1. It means if the matching is satisfied, then it will return 1, and if the matching is not satisfied, then it will return the false, and the value corresponding to false is 0 and value corresponding to true is 1. Okay, so first there are different types of relational operator. First operator is equal. This is also sometimes known as the equal to operator, and here for example we are taking two value 5 and 3, and we are performing equal operator between them. It means here we are trying to check whether the 5 or 3 are equal or not. Okay, so since 5 and 3 are not equal, so it will return 0. It means this is matching is not performed, it will return 0. Now second one is the greater than. 5 is greater than 3, yes it is true, so it will return to 1. Less than, 5 is less than 3, no, 5 is not less than 3, it means it is false, so it will return 0. Again not equal, 5 not equal 3, yes it is true, 5 is not equal to 3, 5 and 3 both are different, so it will return 1. Next, greater than equal, 5 greater than equal 3, yes 5 is greater than 3, so it will evaluate to 1. Next, less than equal, 5 less than 5 is not less than 3, so it will return to 0. Okay, so this is the relational operator, and we basically use these type of operators to check the relationship between two numbers. Next one is the logical operator. Logical operator, an expression containing the logical operator returns either 0 or 1 depending upon whether the expression return true or false. Logical operators are commonly used in decision. Basically these are the operators which are used for the comparison purpose also, or whenever we have to combine, whenever we have to take some decision, or we want to execute some program or code of a statement on the basis of satisfying of more than one condition, or on the basis of combination of more than one condition, then we have to use the logical operator. Again let me explain. Logical operators are basically used in a situation when we have to execute a particular code of a statement, or when we have to execute some statement why the decision of more than one condition. Okay, so for that purpose, to combine those condition, more than one condition, we have to use the logical operator. First, this logical operator is known as the logical AND. Okay, and it will return true if it true means 1. It will return 1 if both the conditions are satisfied. For example, we have there is two variables c and d. Value of c is 5 and value of d is 2. Then if this condition c is equal to 5 and d is greater than 5. Okay, so what is value of d? Value of d is 2. So this condition is not satisfied because 2 is less than 5 and this is satisfied. So it will return to 0. It means when we combine these two conditions, then only one condition is true. Both conditions are not true. So in this case, the statement will not be executed inside this condition. So because only one condition is satisfied, so it will return 0. Now this is the logical OR operator. Logical operator basically return 1 if any one condition is satisfied. It means in case of OR operator, it is not necessary that both conditions should be satisfied to execute a particular code of statement. Suppose here there are two conditions, c is equal to 5. Yes, this is true, and value of d is 2 and d is greater than 5. No, this condition is not true. Only one condition is satisfied. So we can execute our code of statement only on the basis of this condition only. Okay, so logical OR operator return true if either of the condition will be satisfied. Okay, if both conditions are satisfied, then it is also okay, but any one of them is satisfied, one is true and one is false, then it will also execute the code of statement. Next one is the logical NOT operation, and basically this return true if operand is 0. It means it basically used to perform the complement. Suppose if c is 5 and we are returning here not equal 5. So it will c equal 5. Yes, this is true. So this will return 1. So when we perform NOT operator on this 1, then it will complement and value will be 0. So it will return to 0. So NOT operator is basically used to perform the complement of the value. It means if there is 1, then NOT of 1 will be 0, and if there is 0, then NOT of 0 is 1. So here in this case c is equal to 5. Yes, it is true. So it will return 1, and when we apply the NOT on this 1, then it will return 0. So these are the logical operators. Logical operators are basically used to perform a particular code of statement or to take a decision on the basis of more than one condition or on the basis of combination of more than one condition, and these operators are basically used for that particular purpose. Next type of operator is known as the conditional operator. Conditional operator is also known as ternary operator. This operator is also known as ternary operator. Ternary operator, and basically this is an alternative of if else. In C programming, what we do at first, we give a condition in the if statement. Suppose if a is greater than 5, then we are printing here some statement, number is greater than 5, else printf less than 5. Okay, so this is the use of if else statement. Here we give the condition. If this condition is satisfied, then this statement will execute. If this condition is not satisfied, then control go to the else, and statement inside the else block that will be executed. Okay, so for this purpose, what is the when we are using when we are implementing this using the if else, then we need to write more line of code like this: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we can do this in the use of by the use of conditional operator also. Suppose here there is variable m, integer type variable, value of m is 5, and another variable is n, value of n is 4. Now what is the syntax of conditional operator? Syntax of conditional operator is this. Here we will write the condition, and here suppose expression 1, this is the colon, and here is expression 2. Okay, so if the condition will be satisfied, then statement expression 1 will be executed. If condition is not satisfied, condition is false, then statement 2 will execute. So here what we are doing, if m is greater than n, if this condition will satisfied, then this statement will execute. It means it will print m is greater than 5 and the value of m and n. Or if this state condition will not satisfied, then this statement after the column will execute. So what is the value of m is 5 and value of n is 4. So 5 is greater than 4. It means this condition is true. So in this case, this statement will printed. Okay, this statement will execute. Suppose if we are taking the value of m is equal to 7 and n is equal to 4. Now for these value, if we check this condition, then m is greater than n, yes, it is again satisfied, so it will print this. Suppose we are taking the value of n is 9. Okay, now we will check this condition, then this condition become false. So in this case, this statement will execute. It means value of n is greater than m. Okay, so this is the use of conditional operator, and this is also known as the ternary operator. Next one is the bitwise operator. Bitwise operator is basically deals on the bit level. Bit level means suppose if we have a number n, if we have a number n is equal to 5, then at first we represent it in binary form. In binary form, 5 can be written as this 101. Okay, and we have a second number m is equal to 4. In binary form, n can be written as this is n is equal to 5 and this is m4. It can be written as 100. Okay, so bitwise operator are basically performed in the binary representation of the number. So first bitwise operator is bitwise AND. Bitwise AND. So suppose n is 5, m is 4. So corresponding bit, if we are performing the m bitwise AND and m, it means we are performing the bitwise AND operator between n and m. So what will happen? How what will be the result? So corresponding bit will be matched. If both bits corresponding bit are 1, then output bit will be 1. If both are different, output bit will be 0. If both are 0, then output bit will be 0. So here this is the least significant bit and this is the most significant bit. Okay, so in case of n, the least significant bit is 1 and here the least significant bit is 0. So output, when we perform the n bitwise and m, then output bit will be 0. Now here this is the 0 and this is also 0, so it will 0. Now here this bit is also 1 and this bit is also 1, so output bit will be 1. It means when we perform the bitwise AND of m and n, it means 5 and 4, then the output will be 4. This is the binary representation of 4. Okay, next one is the bitwise OR operator. Suppose if we have to perform bitwise OR of for this 101 and 100. So what will happen in case of bitwise OR operator? If corresponding bit will be matched, if any of bit is 1, then output bit will be 1, otherwise output bit will be 0. Okay, so here this bit is 1 and this is 0, so any bit, one bit, so this bit is 1, so output will be 1. Here both are 0, so 0. Here both are 1, so 1. So this will be the result of OR operator. In case of bitwise OR operator, if any bit is 1, then output bit will be 1. Okay, this is used for the bitwise XOR, exclusive operator, bitwise exclusive OR. So what will happen in case of exclusive OR? N is 101 and m is 100. So when we perform an bitwise XOR of m, then what will be the result? If both bits are different, when we will match the corresponding bit, if both bits are different, then output bit will be 1. If both bits are same, then output bit will be 0. So here this bit is 1, this bit is 0, so both are different, so output bit will be 1. Here both are same, output will be 0. Here both are same, 0. So this 0 0 1, this is the representation of 1. Okay, so this will be the output of bitwise XOR operator. In the same case, this shift left operator basically at first this complement. This operator is used to perform the complement, one's complement. Suppose n is equal to 1 0 0. So when we perform complement of n, it means it will just simply reverse the bit. If it will 0, then 1, 1. If it will 1, then 0. So this will be the complement of n. Okay. And this shift left operator, again this is used to shift the bits of a particular number with specified positions. Suppose here I am writing n left shift 2. It means it will shift the bits of n towards left by 2 positions. Suppose n is 1 0 1 and we are performing left shift by 2 bits. So it will be 1 0 1 and towards left direction we will add 2 bit. So this will be the result of this. In the same case, this operator is known as the shift right operator. It will use to shift the bits of a particular number towards some position to right and bits 2. So when we perform 1 0 1 2, then it will 0 0 and 1, and this 2 bit will be discarded when we shift here. Next one is the special operator. Some other kind of operator that is comes in the category of the special operators in C programming. For example, the size of operator. Size of operator. Okay. Size of operator is basically used to find or to check the size of the data type or size of a particular variable. For example, here in this program, we have two variables. First variable is a, and that variable is of integer type, and there is second variable d, that is of character type. As we know that size of integer is 2 byte and size of char is 1 byte generally. Okay, so when we perform this size of operator on variable a, then the syntax will be like this. Okay, so it will print its size 2. When we will perform this size of operator on d, since d is of character type, so it will return the size of character, and that will be the 1 byte. This will be 2 byte and this will be 1 byte. Okay, so basically this is this size of operator is used to check the size of a particular variable, or instead of variable you can also pass the data type of also. Suppose size of, here I am passing the int, and when we will print it, then it will return 2. Then again, if I am applying it on char, then it will print 1. If I am using here size of float, then it will return 4. Okay, so size of operator is a special type of operators in C programming, and basically this is used to find the size of a particular variable or to size of a specific data type. Okay, so these are the 7 operators in our C programming. Arithmetic operators, increment operators, assignment operators, relational operators, logical operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators, and special operator. So these operators are basically used to perform several kind of operations as we have seen in this presentation, in this lecture, like how we can use the arithmetic operators, and what are different type of arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators are the plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulus operator, and we will use it in programming to perform different kind of computations. And in the next we will see the increment operators. Increment operators are basically used to increase the value of a particular variable by 1, and decrement operator is used to decrease the value of a variable by 1, and we use them in looping and in array. In the next we have discussed this example. After that we have seen the use of assignment operator, what is the use of assignment operator, and how can we use them in programming. and how can we use the assignment operator with the other arithmetic operator like plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulus. So this is the basically syntax, and this can be written as in this, and this is the short form. A plus equal v means a is equal to a plus b. Here this thing is to be note that the variable which will be the on the left side, that will come here just after the assignment operator. Okay, so we have seen the use of this. Again, next we will discuss the relational operator for the comparison purpose between two values, and after that we have discussed the logical operators. Logical operators are basically used to take when we have to take decision, or when we have to execute the statement on the combination of two or more than two conditions. And then we have discussed the conditional operators. It is an alternative of if else, and again after that we have discussed the bitwise operator, and in the last we have seen special operator, size of operator. Okay, so these operators are basically used in most of the program for the for general program. Okay, and to perform any kind of expression, to calculate any kind of expression, to evaluate any kind of operations, these type of operators are generally used in our program. Okay.